The father's arrival. A tearful graduation. In a humble neighborhood of a modest city, the Ramirez family home symbolizes resilience and love. Inside, John, a single father and dedicated construction worker, awakens before dawn each day. As he dresses in his threadbare clothes and laces up his worn boots, his thoughts are consumed by his daughter, Emily. Today, she is set to graduate from college, a milestone that signifies a journey filled with hardships and sacrifices. John's life has been a relentless pursuit of his daughter's dreams since his wife passed away years ago. He has been the unwavering pillar of the family, laboring tirelessly to provide Emily with opportunities he never had. As he quietly leaves the house to avoid waking her, memories flood his mind. Sleepless nights working extra shifts to afford her tuition and books, and his countless sacrifices to support her ambitions. Despite the grueling path, John has never once regretted his choices. His greatest joy and pride is watching Emily blossom into a brilliant, compassionate, and determined young woman. As dawn breaks, Emily awakens and prepares for her final school day before graduation. While gazing into the mirror, her eyes fall upon a photograph of her and her father, both beaming with joy. A profound sense of gratitude envelops her as she recalls all the sacrifices her father made for her. She remembers the countless times he returned home utterly exhausted, his hands calloused, and his clothes dust-laden. Despite his fatigue, he always found the strength to inquire about her day, assist with her homework, and motivate her to persevere. Standing on the graduation threshold, both father and daughter reflect on their arduous journey, a testament to their unyielding bond and the power of unwavering love and sacrifice. Emily feels a blend of excitement and nostalgia as graduation day approaches. She understands that this achievement is not solely hers, it also belongs to her father. Every diploma and every accolade is a testament to John's unwavering love and sacrifice. Stepping out of her room, she heads to the kitchen and discovers a note from her father on the table. "Emily, I am so proud of you. Today is your day to shine, my girl. I love you, Daddy." With tears in her eyes, Emily tucks the note into her pocket, carrying her father's love and support. Meanwhile, John toils under the scorching sun at the construction site, lifting bricks and mixing cement. His co-workers admire his tireless work ethic and positive attitude. However, they remain unaware of the deep motivation within him, his love for Emily and his desire to see her succeed. As the day unfolds, John and Emily prepare for their long-awaited moment. Graduation looms, heralding the culmination of shared dreams and sacrifices. They both understand that this day signifies the start of a new chapter brimming with possibilities and renewed hope. In their modest home, the love of a father and the determination of a daughter have forged an unbreakable bond, overcoming obstacles and proving that dreams can be realized through hard work, sacrifice, and the unwavering support of family. Graduation day finally arrives. The university is adorned with festive decorations, and an atmosphere of celebration permeates the air. Excited graduates, dressed in their caps and gowns, gather with their families and friends, ready to commemorate this significant milestone. Emily rises early, her heart a whirlwind of emotions. She has eagerly anticipated this day for years, and now it is becoming a reality. She meticulously prepares, carefully selecting her outfit under her gown to look perfect for this particular moment. As she gazes into the mirror, Emily's thoughts drift to her father. She knows he has been working extra shifts to make this day possible. Emily feels a surge of love and gratitude, knowing her father, John, has worked extra shifts to ensure he can attend her graduation. Nothing will stop him from being by her side on this momentous day. At the construction site, John anxiously watches the clock. He has counted the hours, eager to leave and be on time for Emily's graduation ceremony. His co-workers, aware of the special occasion, pat him on the back and wish him well. John rushes to leave the site, his hands still covered in dust and dressed in work clothes. He knows he doesn't have time to change, but that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is being there for his daughter. At the university, graduates begin to fill the auditorium. Family and friends scramble for seats, cameras ready to capture every moment. The excitement in the air is palpable, and Emily feels butterflies in her stomach as she lines up with her classmates. As the ceremony begins, Emily anxiously searches the crowd, hoping to glimpse her father's familiar face. Minutes pass, and her anxiety grows. Where is he? Has something happened to prevent him from arriving on time? As Emily loses hope, the auditorium doors open, and John rushes in. His work clothes are still on, and his hair is messy. He makes his way to an empty seat, oblivious to the disapproving looks from other parents. None of that matters to John. His eyes are fixed on the stage, searching for his daughter. When he finally sees her, his heart swells with pride. There she is, his little girl, beaming in her cap and gown, about to receive the diploma he has worked so hard to help her achieve. Despite the stares and murmurs around him, John sits with his head held high. He knows his appearance does not define who he is as a father. What matters is the unconditional love and support he has given Emily all these years. As the ceremony progresses, he reflects on their journey and feels an overwhelming sense of accomplishment and pride. The ceremony continues, and the moment everyone waits for finally arrives. Emily's name is called, and she steps onto the stage. Her eyes meet her father's as she receives her diploma, and they share a profound connection. In that instant, all the struggles and sacrifices fade away, leaving only this achievement's pure joy and pride. John's heart overflows with emotion as he watches his daughter take her first steps into a bright and promising future. Emily feels a mixture of excitement and nervousness. Each glance at the audience reveals her father's proud smile amidst disapproving looks. In that moment, Emily understands that her father's actual worth transcends superficial appearances. Graduation night has arrived, culminating in years of sacrifice and dedication. In the auditorium, two hearts beat in unison, united by an unbreakable love that has conquered all obstacles. Knowing they have each other, John and Emily are ready to face any challenge. As the graduation ceremony progresses, John sits back in his seat, absorbed in the pride he feels for his daughter. However, he soon notices the sneers and poorly disguised whispers around him. Other parents, dressed in elegant suits and designer dresses, disdainfully glance at him. Their eyes linger on his dirty, worn-out work clothes and calloused, rough hands. They mutter, questioning how someone like John could be at such a prestigious event. Who let that workman in? Couldn't he have worn something decent to his daughter's graduation? What a disgrace. He's ruining the image of this extraordinary day. The cruel comments and derisive laughter do not go unnoticed by John. Despite his strength and determination, he feels pain and shame. Don't these parents understand his sacrifices to get this far? Don't they see beyond superficial appearances? John tries to ignore the taunts and concentrate on the stage, where Emily is about to receive her diploma. However, the voices around him grow louder and more challenging to ignore. I bet she can't even read or write. He probably doesn't even understand what's going on here. How can someone like him? John's heart aches with every word, but he remains steadfast, focusing on Emily. He knows that this moment is about her, not about the judgmental eyes of others. Emily, too, hears the whispers and sees the judgmental looks cast at her father. Her heart fills with a mix of anger and sadness, but also with an overwhelming sense of pride and love for the man who has given everything for her. The ceremony continues, and Emily's name is called. She walks onto the stage with grace and confidence, eyes scanning the crowd until they find her father. In that moment, all the whispers and sneers fade away. She stands tall, knowing that her father's presence and sacrifices have shaped her into who she is today. As she receives her diploma, her gaze locks with John's, and they share a silent, powerful connection that speaks volumes. This is their victory, their moment. John's heart swells with pride as he watches his daughter take her first steps into a promising future. Despite the judgmental eyes and cruel comments, he holds his head high, knowing that the love and support he has given Emily truly matters. As Emily descends the stage, diploma in hand, she walks straight to her father, enveloping him in a tight embrace. Together, they have conquered every obstacle, and they will continue to face whatever comes their way. Having such a successful daughter must be pure luck. Each word feels like a dagger to the heart. He has labored tirelessly for years, sacrificing his well-being and comfort to give Emily the opportunities he never had. Now, when he should celebrate his daughter's achievement, he is surrounded by ridicule and humiliation. But he refuses to let the cruelty of others tarnish this special day. He clings to his love for Emily and the knowledge that what truly matters is their unbreakable bond as father and daughter. On stage, Emily steps forward to receive her diploma. As she walks with her head held high, her eyes scan the crowd for her father. When she finally spots him, she notices the tension in his face and his uncomfortable posture in his seat. Something is amiss. As Emily receives her diploma and faces the audience, her eyes meet her father's. In that moment, she sees the pain and humiliation reflected in his gaze, as well as the mocking smiles and contemptuous whispers of the parents around her. A wave of anger and determination surges within her. She will not allow anyone, not even these elitist and shallow parents, to belittle her father. He is the hero who made this moment possible, deserving of all the respect and admiration in the world. With a steely resolve in her eyes, Emily makes a bold decision. She steps up to the microphone, ready to confront the crowd and stand up for her father. She is prepared to prove that a person's true worth is not measured by their appearance or social status but by the strength of their love and the depth of their sacrifices. In this moment of mockery and humiliation, Emily stands as a beacon of light, ready to illuminate the truth and vindicate her father's honor. Graduation is about to take an unexpected turn, and the lives of everyone present are about to change forever. With a diploma in hand and heart pounding, Emily approaches the microphone at center stage. A pregnant silence fills the auditorium. As all eyes turn to her, Emily takes a deep breath, trying to calm the nerves threatening to overwhelm her. She looks out into the audience and sees her father, sitting with his head down, surrounded by looks of contempt and poorly disguised mockery. At that moment, something inside Emily ignites, a flame of determination and unconditional love, fueled for years by her father's sacrifices and unwavering support. In a clear, steady voice, Emily begins to speak. Today, on this extraordinary day, I want to share a story with all of you. It is a story of love, sacrifice, and dedication. A story that many of you do not know but that deserves to be told. The murmurs in the audience quieten, and all eyes focus on Emily, intrigued by her words. See that man sitting there with his work clothes and calloused hands? That man is my father, John Smith. And today, I want everyone to know who he is and what he has done for me. Her father looks up, surprised to hear his name. His eyes meet Emily's, and he sees in them a love and pride that takes his breath away. Emily continues, my father has worked tirelessly as a construction worker for years. He has endured long hours under the scorching sun to give me the opportunities he never had. Every penny he has earned, every drop of sweat shed, has been for me and my education. Emily's voice cracks slightly, but she recovers quickly. Many of you have judged him by his appearance, dirty clothes, and tired looks. But what you do not see is the heart of a father who has given everything for his daughter, a father who has sacrificed his dreams so that I could fulfill mine. Tears begin to roll down Emily's cheeks, but her voice remains steady. Today, I am graduating because of him. I owe every achievement and every recognition to his unconditional love and support. He is my hero, my example to follow, and I am proud to be his daughter. In the audience, faces begin to change. Looks of contempt turn to expressions of shame and regret. Many lower their heads, ashamed of their superficial judgments. Her father, with tears in his eyes, looks up at his daughter with a heart full of pride and love. John looks at his daughter with a mixture of awe and gratitude. He never imagined that Emily would do something like this, that she would defend his honor bravely and passionately. Emily turns directly to her father, her voice filled with emotion. Dad, thank you. Thank you for everything you have done for me. Love, sacrifice, and dedication. You are my greatest inspiration and my greatest pride. I love you with all my heart. At that moment, the auditorium erupts in applause. The graduates rise, cheering and applauding Emily and her father. Tears flow freely, and the emotion is palpable in the air. Overcome with emotion, John rises from his seat and walks toward the stage. Emily runs to him and wraps him in a tight, loving embrace. Father and daughter melt into that embrace, feeling the weight of all the years of sacrifice and dedication that have brought them to this moment. Around them, the audience continues to applaud. Many parents approach John to shake his hand and apologize for their previous judgments. They recognize in him an exceptional father who has demonstrated the true meaning of love and sacrifice. Emily takes her father's hand, and they walk together to center stage. With tears but a radiant smile, Emily raises her diploma high in the air. "This achievement is not just mine, it's ours. Together, we made it, Dad, and I'm so proud to be your daughter." His voice cracked with emotion, and John replied, "And I am proud to be your father, Emily. You have overcome all obstacles and shown that dreams can come true with dedication and perseverance. I love you, my daughter." At that moment, under the stage lights and surrounded by the love and respect of everyone present, John and Emily know that this is a moment they will treasure forever. A moment in which true love triumphed over prejudice and appearances. Emily's revelation has transformed the perception of those present and their hearts. It has shown that the value of a person does not lie in their outward appearance but in the strength of their character and the depth of their love. From this day forward, John and Emily's story inspires all who hear it. This story transcends social and economic barriers and demonstrates the transformative power of love and sacrifice. As father and daughter leave the stage, hugging and smiling, they know this is just the beginning of a new chapter in their lives, filled with possibilities, dreams fulfilled, and a love that has overcome all adversity. Graduation had become more than a ceremony. It was a testament to the unbreakable bond between a father and daughter and a life lesson that will remain engraved in the hearts of all present. At that moment, love triumphed in that auditorium, and that was the most powerful revelation of all. Chapter 5. A Grateful Daughter. After Emily's emotional revelation on stage, the graduation ceremony ends. The graduates toss their caps into the air in celebration, and the auditorium fills with hugs, tears of joy, and laughter. Still overcome with emotion, Emily clings to her father as they go through the crowd, receiving congratulations and words of admiration from family, friends, and even strangers their stories have touched. Once outside the auditorium, Emily and John find a quiet moment. They sit on a bench under a leafy tree, enjoying the gentle breeze and bright sunshine. Emily turns to her father, teary-eyed but with a smile on her lips. "Papa, there is so much I want to tell you, so much I want to thank you for." John tenderly and lovingly takes his daughter's hands between his. "Emily, my child, you have nothing to thank me for. Seeing you happy and fulfilled is all I've ever wanted." But Emily knows there is much more to say. The time has come to express all she has held in her heart for many years. "Dad, I want you to know that every sacrifice you've made, every extra hour you've worked, every drop of sweat you've shed has been worth it. Thanks to you, I have been able to fulfill my dreams. I have made it this far thanks to your unconditional love and support." Tears begin to roll down Emily's cheeks, but she speaks with determination. "I know it hasn't been easy for you. I know you've given up your dreams and desires to give me everything I needed. You have been my rock, refuge, and greatest inspiration, and I want you to know that every day of my life, I am grateful to have you as my father." John moves to the depths of his being and tightly embraces his daughter. "Emily, being your father has been my life's greatest honor and joy. Watching you grow and become the strong, intelligent, and compassionate woman you are today has been worth every sacrifice. Has been my greatest reward. Every sacrifice has been worth it because I love you more than anything." Father and daughter remain embraced under the tree, allowing their emotions to flow freely. It is a moment of deep connection, gratitude, and pure love. Emily gently pulls away from the embrace and looks her father in the eyes. "Dad, I want you to know that your love and example have given me the strength to face any challenge. You have taught me that anything is possible with hard work, perseverance, and a heart full of love. And I promise I will honor your legacy daily and strive to be the best version of myself." John smiles proudly and gently strokes his daughter's cheek. "I know you will, Emily. I know you will achieve great things and improve the world. And I will always be here, by your side, supporting you every step of the way." At that moment, surrounded by the beauty of the university campus and bathed in sunlight, Emily and John know that their bond is unbreakable. They have overcome obstacles, faced challenges, and emerged victorious through the power of their love. Emily, a grateful daughter, knows that her father is the true hero of their story, and she promises herself that she will dedicate her life to honoring his sacrifice and being a beacon of hope and love to others, just as her father has been to her. With hearts full of gratitude and eyes shining with love, father and daughter rise from the bench and head into a future full of possibilities. A future in which they will continue to grow, learn, and love each other unconditionally. Because in the story of Emily and John, love will always triumph. Chapter 6. An Exemplary Father. News of Emily's emotional revelation during the graduation ceremony spreads quickly through the community. The story of John, a hardworking and dedicated father who has sacrificed everything for his daughter's well-being and education, touches the hearts of all who hear it. In the days following graduation, John is unexpectedly recognized and admired by neighbors, co-workers, and even strangers. People approach him on the street to shake his hand and express their respect and gratitude. "Mr. Ramirez, I want you to know that your story has touched me deeply," an older woman tells him as John waits in line at the supermarket. "You are an example for all parents. Your dedication and love for your daughter are truly inspiring." John, humble as ever, smiles with gratitude. "Thank you, ma'am, but what I have done for my daughter is nothing extraordinary. Any father would do it out of love for his children." However, the community disagrees. To them, John is an everyday hero who has demonstrated the true meaning of fatherhood and selfless sacrifice. At his workplace, John's co-workers regard him with new respect. He is no longer just the hardworking, dependable worker he has always been but also a role model. "John, I want you to know that everyone here looks up to you," his boss tells him during a team meeting. "Your dedication to your daughter and your tireless work ethic are an example to all of us. We are proud to have you on our team." John is overwhelmed by the recognition but also profoundly grateful. He has spent his entire life working hard and prioritizing his family, expecting nothing in return. Now, to see that his story has touched so many lives fills his heart with indescribable joy. Beyond public recognition, what matters most to John is his example's impact on his daughter. His most incredible pride is seeing Emily grow into a strong, compassionate woman determined to give back to the community. One day, as father and daughter walk through the park, Emily stops and looks at her father with an excited smile. "Dad, I want you to know that your example has inspired me in ways you never imagined. Seeing your dedication and unconditional love has shown me the kind of person I want to be. I have decided to follow in your footsteps. I want to be a person who makes a difference in the lives of others, just as you have made a difference in mine." John feels his heart swell with pride and love. "Emily, my girl, there are no words to express how proud I am of you. I know you will do great things, and your impact on the world will be extraordinary. And I want you to know that I will always be by your side, supporting you every step of the way." Father and daughter embrace, aware that their bond transcends barriers and challenges. They are a team united by love and determination to improve the world. As the days pass, John continues to be a beacon of inspiration to his community. His story becomes a powerful reminder that true heroes don't always wear capes or have supernatural powers. Sometimes, the heroes get up every day to love and care for their loved ones, no matter what sacrifices that entails. John Smith, an exemplary father, has left an indelible mark in the hearts of all those who have had the good fortune to know his story. His love, dedication, and sacrifice legacy will continue to inspire future generations. In a world where superficiality and selfishness often prevail, John has shown that the actual value of a person lies in the strength of their character and the depth of their love. And that is a lesson that will live on forever. John and Emily's story has profoundly impacted the community, especially those who were present during the eye-opening graduation. People who once judged John by his appearance and his trade now find themselves reflecting on their prejudices and attitudes. Among them is David, a successful businessman who had attended his son's graduation. During the ceremony, David had been one of those who looked at John with disdain, questioning his presence at such an important event. But now, after hearing Emily's words and witnessing the unconditional love between father and daughter, David feels ashamed of his behavior. One day, David decides to look for John at his construction site. With humility, he approaches John. "Mr. Ramirez," David begins, his voice filled with sincerity, I owe you an apology. At the graduation, I judged you without knowing your story. I was wrong, and I am deeply sorry for my attitude. Your dedication and love for your daughter have touched me deeply and have made me reevaluate my own values. You are a true hero. John, surprised by the encounter, smiles warmly. Thank you, David. Your words mean a lot to me. We all have our journeys and learnings. What matters is that we grow from them. From that day on, David becomes a vocal advocate for humility, respect, and the importance of looking beyond appearances. He shares John and Emily's story with his colleagues, friends, and family, emphasizing the powerful lessons of love and sacrifice. John's legacy continues to grow, touching more lives and inspiring change in the hearts of those who hear his story. His journey and the bond with his daughter symbolize hope and resilience, proving that true heroes are defined not by their outward appearance but by the depth of their love and the strength of their character. John and Emily's story has become a testament to the transformative power of love and sacrifice, a beacon of light in a world that often forgets what truly matters. As they walk into the future, hand in hand, they carry with them the promise of a brighter, more compassionate world, a world where love always triumphs. In sincerity, he approaches John during his break. Mr. Ramirez, I want to apologize for my attitude during graduation, David begins. My prejudices and arrogance blinded me, and I couldn't see beyond appearances. But your story has taught me an invaluable lesson about the true value of a person. John, surprised by the apology, smiles warmly. You have nothing to apologize for, sir. We all make mistakes and have prejudices. The important thing is to learn from them and grow as people. David nods, touched by John's generosity and wisdom. Your daughter is an exceptional woman, and I now understand that this is largely due to you and your unconditional love. It has made me reflect on my role as a father and human being. From that day on, David became a passionate advocate for social justice and equality. He used his influence and resources to support programs that provided educational opportunities for low-income youth, following John's example. But David is not the only one who has experienced a change in perspective. Throughout the community, people began to question their own prejudices and value character and actions over superficial appearances. Conversations about the importance of empathy, respect, and equality are heard on the streets, in schools, and in workplaces. John and Emily's story becomes a catalyst for positive change. Even at the university where Emily graduated, scholarship and support programs are implemented for first-generation students, recognizing the value of diversity and overcoming obstacles. Seeing her story's impact on the community, Emily feels even more motivated to make a difference. She decides to dedicate her career to education and youth empowerment so that everyone can fulfill their dreams, just as she did, thanks to her father's support. Meanwhile, John continues to be a community pillar, a living example of love, sacrifice, and dedication. His story has touched countless lives and inspired others to be better people. John and Emily's story becomes a beacon of hope in a world where division and prejudice often prevail. It demonstrates that change is possible when we open our hearts and allow ourselves to see beyond appearances. And so, in a community transformed by love and empathy, John and Emily continue to shine, their bond and story inspiring others to strive for a better, more compassionate world. Their legacy will live on as examples of what it means to be truly human, inspiring future generations to value character, compassion, and inner strength above all else. John and Emily's story has resonated in the hearts of the entire community, and the university where Emily graduated is no exception. The administrators and professors, moved by John's love and sacrifice, pay him a special tribute. One day, John receives a formal invitation from the university to attend a ceremony in his honor. Surprised and humbled, John accepts the invitation, not knowing exactly what to expect. On the day of the ceremony, John dresses in his best suit, a gift from Emily for this special occasion. Father and daughter arrive at the university auditorium, where a crowd of students, faculty, and community members greet them with applause and cheers. On stage, the university president takes the microphone and begins to speak. Today, we gather to pay tribute to an extraordinary man, a man whose love and dedication have touched not only the life of his daughter but also the lives of all of us who have had the privilege of knowing his story. Sitting in the front row next to Emily, John feels tears welling up in his eyes. He never imagined that his story would have such a profound impact on so many people. The president continues, through his example, John Smith has taught us the true meaning of unconditional love and selfless sacrifice. He has shown us that no obstacle cannot be overcome with determination, perseverance, and a heart full of love. Applause echoes through the auditorium, and John feels his heart swell with emotion. Then Emily is invited on stage. She begins to speak with tears in her eyes but with a radiant smile. My father is my hero, inspiration, and greatest example of what it means to be an exceptional human being. Thanks to his unconditional love and support, I have fulfilled my dreams and become the woman I am today. Emily looks directly at her father, and with her voice cracking with emotion, she says, Dad, this tribute is for you. For all that you have done. For all that you are, and for all that you represent. I love you with all my heart. At that moment, John can no longer hold back the tears. He gets up from his seat and walks to the stage. The audience watches in silence, moved by the raw emotion of the moment. As John reaches Emily, she embraces him tightly, and the auditorium erupts in applause once more. John takes the microphone, his voice trembling with emotion. This honor deeply humbles me. I never sought recognition for what I did. I only did what any loving father would do. But seeing the impact of my actions on my daughter and this community fills my heart with indescribable joy. Thank you, Emily, for being my light and my inspiration. Thank you, everyone, for this incredible honor. Father and daughter stand together on the stage, surrounded by the crowd's applause and admiration. In that moment, their bond shines brighter than ever, a testament to the power of love, sacrifice, and the human spirit. Their story, a beacon of hope and inspiration, continues to touch lives and foster a sense of community and empathy in all who hear it. The auditorium erupts in applause and cheers when Emily receives him with a warm hug. Students, faculty, and community members rise, recognizing John as a true hero and role model. Amidst the applause, John takes the microphone and, in a voice trembling but full of conviction, says, Thank you all for this beautiful tribute. However, the real honor has been to be Emily's father and to see her grow and become the extraordinary woman she is today. She is my greatest pride and my greatest achievement. Father and daughter embrace once again, surrounded by the love and admiration of a community that their story has transformed. And so, in an auditorium filled with applause and tears of joy, John receives the recognition he has always deserved, not for his appearance or craft, but for the strength of his character, the depth of his love, and the greatness of his spirit. In a world where appearances often judge people, John Smith has shown that the actual value of a person lies in their heart. This lesson will live on forever, inspiring generations to come to love unconditionally and live with integrity and compassion. After the moving tribute at the university, John and Emily's story becomes an endless source of inspiration for the community. People begin to reflect on their own lives and the lessons they can learn from this extraordinary example of love and sacrifice. In schools, teachers share John and Emily's story with their students, teaching them about the importance of perseverance, empathy, and hard work. The young people are motivated by the example of Emily, who, despite the difficulties, managed to fulfill her dreams thanks to her father's unconditional support. Families gather in homes to discuss John and Emily's story, reflecting on their own relationships and the importance of expressing love and gratitude to their loved ones. Many parents are inspired by John's example and strive to show the same dedication and love to their children. They find ways to support their children's dreams, no matter the sacrifices required. The community transforms as people begin to value character over appearance and practice empathy and compassion in their daily lives. John and Emily continue to be active members of their community, sharing their stories and helping others see the importance of love and perseverance. John's legacy of love, sacrifice, and dedication becomes a guiding light for everyone. His story, once a private testament to his daughter's strength, now serves as a universal lesson in the power of unconditional love. As father and daughter walk through their community, they are greeted with smiles, gratitude, and respect. Their journey, marked by hardship and triumph, becomes a cherished tale passed down through generations, reminding everyone that true heroism lies in the heart and that love is the most potent force. John and Emily's story continues to inspire, proving that the bond between a father and daughter can change the world. They commit to being more present in their children's lives, supporting them in their dreams, and being pillars of love and understanding. Employees and bosses begin to see their peers with new eyes, valuing effort and dedication over appearances or titles. John's story reminds them that each person has a unique and valuable story and that respect and empathy should be the basis of all working relationships. John and Emily's story becomes a call to action even in political and social circles. Community leaders and public officials begin to work on initiatives to promote equal educational opportunities, recognizing that access to education is fundamental to the progress and well-being of all society. As the story spreads, John and Emily symbolize hope and achievement. Their example shows that, despite adversity and prejudice, love and determination can overcome any obstacle. For John, seeing his story's impact on the community is a humbling and rewarding experience. He never sought recognition or fame, he did what he felt was suitable for his daughter. But now, seeing how his example has touched so many lives, he is profoundly grateful and moved. Emily, for her part, feels more motivated than ever to give back to the community and continue her father's legacy. She created a foundation in John's honor dedicated to providing scholarships and educational resources to low-income students. The foundation becomes a beacon of hope for many young people who, like Emily, dream of a better future. Through her foundation and example, Emily becomes a leader and mentor for the community. She shares her story and that of her father at conferences and events, inspiring others to pursue their dreams and to value the power of love and education. And so, John and Emily's story becomes a life lesson for all who hear it, a lesson about unconditional love, selfless sacrifice, and the transformative power of education. A lesson that transcends social and economic barriers and proves that every person has the potential to make a positive difference in the world. In a world where division and prejudice often prevail, John and Emily's story stands as a beacon of light and hope, a reminder that when we allow ourselves to see beyond appearances and value people's character and hearts, we can build a more just and compassionate society. Their legacy lives on, inspiring future generations to value character, compassion, and inner strength above all else. John and Emily's story is not just one of personal triumph but a powerful testament to the impact of love and dedication. It teaches us that true heroes are found in acts of kindness and sacrifice. The most significant legacies are built through passion, perseverance, and the unwavering support of those who believe in us. Thank you for all that you have done for me. Your love, sacrifice, and unwavering support have made everything possible. You are my hero, and I strive daily to honor your legacy. John, his eyes misting with tears, smiles warmly at his daughter. Emily, watching you grow into the incredible woman you are today has been the greatest reward of my life. Seeing your positive impact on this community fills me with pride. You've taken our story and turned it into a force for good. That's something extraordinary. As they continue their walk, they are greeted by familiar faces in the community, students, parents, and colleagues who have all been touched by their stories. The park, once a place of solace and dreams, now symbolizes their journey and the transformation they've inspired. Several years have passed since Emily's graduation and the moving tribute to John. The community has experienced a profound transformation inspired by this extraordinary family's example of love, sacrifice, and perseverance. The foundation created by Emily in honor of her father has become a cornerstone for education in the community. Thanks to the scholarships and resources provided by the foundation, countless low-income youth have had the opportunity to access quality education and pursue their dreams. Emily, now a respected educator and community leader, dedicates her life to promoting equal opportunity and inspiring others to overcome obstacles. Her story and that of her father have become an endless source of motivation for students, parents, and educators alike. John, for his part, has experienced a significant change in his life. After years of hard work and sacrifice, he was promoted to a supervisory position at the construction company where he had worked for a long time. His colleagues and superiors have recognized and valued his tireless work ethic and compassionate leadership. But beyond professional success, John finds his most excellent satisfaction in seeing his daughter thrive and witnessing his story's positive impact on the community. Whenever he sees a young person graduate from college thanks to a scholarship from the foundation, he feels that his sacrifice has been worth it. One day, as John and Emily stroll through the park where they used to go when she was a child, they reflect on the road they have traveled and the challenges they have overcome. "Dad," Emily says with tears of gratitude, "I can never thank you enough for all you have done for me. Your love, sacrifice, and unwavering support have made everything possible. You are my hero, and I strive daily to honor your legacy." John, his eyes misting with tears, smiles warmly at his daughter. "Emily, watching you grow into the incredible woman you are today has been the greatest reward of my life. Seeing your positive impact on this community fills me with pride. You've taken our story and turned it into a force for good. That's something extraordinary." As they continue their walk, they are greeted by familiar faces in the community, students, parents, and colleagues who have all been touched by their stories. The park, once a place of solace and dreams, now symbolizes their journey and the transformation they've inspired. In a world often marred by division and prejudice, John and Emily's story remains a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of love, sacrifice, and the human spirit. Their legacy will live on, inspiring future generations to value character, compassion, and inner strength above all else. By the example of their lives, they have taught us that we can build a more compassionate and equitable society. That is the most valuable lesson that will live on in the hearts of all those who have had the privilege of knowing their story and being touched by their love and legacy. For everything you have done for me. Your unconditional love and support have given me the strength to overcome any obstacle and become the woman I am today. John embraces his daughter tenderly and replies, "Emily, my child, seeing you happy and fulfilled is the greatest reward I could have wished for. Every sacrifice, every extra hour of work, has been worth it to see the incredible woman you have become." As father and daughter continue their walk, they realize that their story has transformed their own lives and the lives of countless others in the community. They have proven that love, perseverance, and education can break down barriers and create a brighter future. But their journey is not over. John and Emily know that much work must be done to build a more just and equitable society. They pledge to continue fighting for equal opportunity and to inspire others by their example. In this new chapter of their lives, John and Emily embark on a new beginning full of possibilities and hope. They know they can face any challenge together and continue to make a positive difference in the world. And so, as the sun sets on the horizon, father and daughter walk into the future, united by an unbreakable bond of love and a shared purpose, to create a lasting legacy of compassion, perseverance, and education. For in a world where the shadows of inequality and prejudice often prevail, John and Emily are a beacon of light and hope. A powerful reminder that when we dare to love unconditionally and fight for our dreams, we can transform not only our own lives but also the lives of those around us. That is the most valuable lesson of all, a lesson that John and Emily will continue to teach by example as they inspire others to be the best versions of themselves and build a world where dreams come true.